What is happening, guys? It's Spruce Goose here, and today I want to go over my top 5 cover 3 bombs in all of Madden 21. Cover 3 is one of the most popular zone coverages in all of Madden because it gives great coverage against both deep and medium routes, and if you don't have a good plan to attack it, it can be really difficult to play against. Now, I'm not saying that the best way to beat cover 3 is to try and throw bombs for one-play touchdowns, but that's what the people want to see, and that's what I'm going to give you guys today. And I don't think you guys want to watch a whole video of me saying to run curl combo against it for easy 6-yard gains until you force them to get out of zone coverage. But as always, guys, if you like the video, please like and subscribe because it helps the channel so much. And if your favorite cover 3 beater isn't in this list, which it probably isn't because there's a million ways to beat cover 3, then let me know how you like to beat cover 3 in the comments below. But that's all I got for intro. Let's get into some cover 3 bombs. Alright guys, so first up at honorable mention, we have a play out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook. The formation is going to be gun flip trips, and the play is going to be deep fork. Now, this is a play that I made my first ever cover 3 beater video on, and it's a pretty good cover 3 beater. The reason I have it at honorable mention is that it is only in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook. If you're not running that playbook, unfortunately this won't be able to help you, but I do think that the concept is still really good for maybe discovering your own cover 3 beaters. So let's call it deep fork, and we're going to call random cover 3 coverage for all these plays. I want to put it on random cover 3 so you guys can see it's not just one particular cover 3 it's working against, it works against all of them. So let's do random cover 3. I have us on the left hash. If you wanted to run it from the right hash, I would just flip the play. But from left to right, our adjustments are going to be to take our X receiver and put him on a curl. We're going to block the running back. We're going to streak the A receiver, leave the RB receiver exactly as he is. He's going to be the one we're throwing to for the touchdown. And your B receiver is on this weird auto motion. Do whatever you want with him. I put him on an in route. The concept here, guys, is on the left. That curl route is going to pull down the deep third on the left. The A receiver on the streak is going to occupy the deep safety in the middle, and that is going to leave our RB receiver free to come open deep on the left side for the touchdown. Now, you want to make sure your blocking is in order because you need a little bit of time for this route to develop. Really, any cover 3 beater is going to take a little while to develop. I'm going to slide my O-line to the right, and I'm going to double team the D end on the left side. And I'm going to kind of drift left with the quarterback as the route develops, and hopefully that'll buy us enough time to get this throw off. So let's see if RB comes open. And as you throw it, you want to pass lead it to the left. And as you see, let's watch the replay real quick, that the curl route does such a good job holding that deep third down. So if you guys watch real quick, the curl route is just going to absolutely hold this guy down here. Like, he's not even close to covering his assignment deep. The safety, he sees the streak, and he instantly comes over here to guard the streak, and all of a sudden our skinny post right here has all this space to the left of him, from this angle to the left of him. And the pass lead is actually really important. If you don't get the pass lead off, the safety might get over there, but with the pass lead to the left, it's wide open. So let's run through it a couple times. Streak X, block running back, streak the A receiver, B, do whatever you want. I'm sliding the line to the right. I'm double teaming the D end. And once again, let's see if RB comes open, and it looks like he is wide open. I mean, it doesn't get more open than that. You guys can see this is a great cover 3 beater. It's just only in one playbook in the game. Because it's only in one playbook, I felt bad putting it higher on the list. You know what I mean? It's just not really available to you unless you're either running a custom or you want to run the Bucs playbook. And the Bucs playbook is okay. Now, right there, that was actually a little bit close call with that cornerback in the deep third. So he actually played it pretty well that time. Still not well enough. I didn't block the O-line this time. And this is actually a good example. Without the O-line blocking, did you guys see that? I did not do any of the O-line blocking, and drifting left got me in big trouble. So that shows how important it is to actually take the time to slide your line right, double team this D end on the left side. Because without that, when you try to drift left, you're just going to have a bad time. Now, right there, I had to pass lead it a little bit up because for some reason, the curl route is not holding that deep third very well. But, you know, again, I'm doing this so that you guys can see against a lot of different cover 3 coverages, even when the deep third doesn't stay down very well, you can see that we're still getting it off. Now, right there, the linebacker actually ran with our skinny post that time. I don't know if it would be that was like a match coverage or what, but for whatever reason, the linebacker decided that he needed to go with the skinny post. But the linebackers are not fast enough to keep up with, who should be your fastest receiver anyway. So as you guys can see, it's an amazing cover 3 beater. If you run Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook or a custom playbook, get deep fork out of gun flip trips in your playbook because it might be the best cover 3 beater in the game. It's just only in that one playbook. But that's the honorable mention play. Let's go over to number 5. All right, guys, so my number 5 cover 3 bomb is going to be in the New England Patriots playbook. The formation is going to be gun split close pats, and the play is going to be X drag trail. Now, this play is only in 2 playbooks, the Dolphins and the Patriots playbooks, but the Patriots playbook is a very meta playbook this year. A lot of the top pro players are running it, and there's a lot of really unique stuff in this Patriots playbook. I personally don't run it, but I know a lot of people do, and if you are looking into maybe running a new offensive playbook, then definitely give the Patriots playbook a shot. But the play is going to be X drag trail. Again, we're going to do random cover 3 coverage. Again, we're going to be over on the left hash. If you wanted to run this from the right hash, I would just flip the play. But it's a very, very unique play. You want to make sure you get your fastest receiver at the B receiver spot, because once again, the skinny post is going to be our money route that is beating the cover 3 coverage. But we really don't have to make any adjustments to any of these routes. All we're going to do is take our tight end and motion him over. Once he gets to the other side, we're going to snap the ball, and we're just going to wait for B to come open. And again, pass lead to the left. And, well, it was open. Just looks like Rodgers had trouble making that throw. And like before, I am going to slide the line to the right and maybe block the DN on the outside. But the reason this one works, as you may have seen, is that this post that the tight end is on, when we motion it over, it becomes a corner route that's going to pull down the deep third on the left side, and B just goes right underneath the safety, and the safety just doesn't react to it at all. The safety just lets him go right by, and as long as you pass lead it to the outside, again, it's going to be a pretty easy touchdown. There's not a whole lot to say about it, but I'll run through it, 1 or 2 more times just to show you guys how consistently it works. I mean, that one seems like super open. But yeah. Now, obviously, there are ways of countering all these cover 3 beaters. If people know how to deep half, or they're making adjustments pre-snap and turning it into coverages that aren't really cover 3, obviously these cover 3 beaters won't work. But a lot of people will sit in a cover 3. Sometimes I just play regular cover 3s without too many adjustments, and I get burned on cover 3 beaters sometimes. That's something I need to get better at. I forgot to do the blocking on the line. Hopefully I have enough time anyway. But for most games, unless you're getting into the really, really, really upper levels of Madden, a lot of people will just run a stock cover 3, and this is another play that will really help you hit it for a 1-play touchdown. So that was number 5. Let's go ahead to number 4. All right, guys, so number 4 on the list is another play I've made a video on previously. It's going to be in the formation I form close, and the play is going to be called PA tight end leak. Now, this play is only in 2 playbooks. It's in the 49ers and Raiders playbooks, but those are both very popular, very meta playbooks right now. The Raiders is one of the most popular playbooks for professional Madden players, and the 49ers playbook is very popular because the YouTuber Throne put out his Strong Close ebook in the 49ers playbook, and now you see it being run all over the place. So even though it's only in 2 playbooks, they are some of those popular playbooks in the game right now, and so I think it's absolutely worth putting on this list. So PA tight end leak, let's do random cover 3 again. I have us on the right hash in this case. I have my fastest receiver on the left side. What's crazy about this, guys, is we don't have to make any adjustments. We can just run it as it is and watch X just come completely open. Just make sure you pass lead him. Now right there, I did not do a good job on the pass lead. I really got to get that more to the right. There's plenty of space to the right for us. So yeah, we'll try it a couple more times. Just pass lead it to the right, and it's just wide open, man. And really, we're just going up against the back of the end zone. That's the best defender on this play, because I'm on the 40-yard line. The one reason I don't have this play even higher on the list, being at number 4 instead of number 1, 2, or 3, is that this is the only play on the list that's from an under center formation. So it's out of I form, just like single back and strong and all those are under center. And the reason that I knock it for that is it's very, very popular right now to play out of shotgun. I run almost exclusively out of shotgun, and I see a lot of other players run exclusively out of shotgun as well. If you see someone come out in I form close, especially after they're running shotgun plays the entire game, it really tips their hand and says, this person is probably going for a cover 3 beater, and especially if you're familiar with PA tight end leak already, the moment you see I form close, you immediately think PA tight end leak, don't run cover 3. So that is the one downside, is that the formation itself kind of tips your hand, and then if you are someone like me and like a lot of other players online who run almost exclusively shotgun, just randomly coming out in an under center formation in the middle of the field after your opponent goes and runs cover 3, it's going to be pretty obvious that you're trying to run a cover 3 beater. But that being said, as you can see, it is an incredible cover 3 beater and completely stock. Not a single adjustment is being made. So it's still an incredible play, but it really lacks that element of surprise. And if you are playing as someone and they come out in I form close, don't run cover 3. Now that you're aware of PA tight end leak, you know, just run anything else, but don't run PA tight end leak. Don't run cover 2 either. It's a cover 3 and cover 2 beater. But yeah, it's just an incredible play if you catch your opponent in cover 3, but if your opponent knows what they're doing, they will not run cover 3 against this. So this was number 4 on the list. Let's jump ahead to number 3. All right, guys, so play number 3 is going to be in the formation gun, trips, tight end offset, which is honestly one of my favorite formations in the game right now. This is in the New York Jets playbook, but this is in several other playbooks as well. I'll list those on the screen. The play is going to be PA crossers, and again, we're going to be in random cover 3 coverage. Now, there are actually 2 cover 3 bombs out of this play. The first one, which isn't as good, still good, but not as good, what we're going to want to do is block the tight end, block the running back. You could put the tight end on a delay fade as well if you want like a late extra option. So we'll do a tight end delay fade, and we're going to slant our B receiver. And what's going to happen is the slant is going to actually draw down the deep third on the right side because there's going to be no one anywhere close to him at the snap. So he's going to look for something to cover, basically, and the slant is going to be the first thing that he sees to cover. So he's going to be momentarily occupied by the slant. It's going to open up this Y route, this post going across the middle of the field, and that's going to be our cover 3 bomb. So make sure you get your fastest guy at Y. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. Now the pass rush was coming in pretty good when I tested it earlier. Now right there, it looks like we got open, but the pass rush did get to us. So let's try this again, slant B. And I don't know why in this formation, in practice mode at least, the pass rush has been pretty brutal. Oh, it was wide open right there. It was wide open. And we're blocking 7. So in a game, you'll be fine. As you guys may already know if you watched my other videos, practice mode pass rush is just like stupid good for no reason. So right there, that's what we're going for. You know, that's what is more likely to happen if you do this in a game. If you block 7 against 4D linemen, you'll have enough time for this route to develop. You know, you might have to move around the pocket just a little bit, but just I'm throwing it early. It still worked. I think you guys get the idea though that you need your tight end and running back to block just to make sure you have enough time. You put B on that slant, and then assuming that your blocks actually hold up and you're not in practice mode, we'll throw it on the run in this case, but it doesn't really matter. That Y route will get over that deep third, and you've got a solid cover 3 bomb. But this one that I'm about to show you is actually even better. So in this case, we're going to block the running back, just get rid of that play action. We're going to streak the tight end this time, and we're going to motion B over. And watch what happens when we snap the ball. That B route is going to take that deep third away, and we can just lead this to the outside to the tight end for an easy touchdown. Like, I was just messing around with this play, just motion over different things, and I discovered this. I was like, wow, this B route is basically just a crosser that we motioned over, but it occupies that deep third so insanely well. And what I love about this one is you don't need a ton of time in the pocket. You don't need to rely on your O-line to hold up for like 7 seconds or something. You get this ball out pretty quick, and it's a pretty safe throw. You know, there's no risk of of, you know, having to throw it over the deep third and the deep third might get back to it. This is pretty wide open every single time. So I really, really like this one. Now, obviously, the one downside, I guess we maybe threw a little too soon there and overthrew it anyway. The one downside is that it relies on motion. And so once you hit it one time, your opponent will catch on pretty quickly. So it's probably only good for one play a game. You get the touchdown the first time, the next time your opponent's in cover 3, the moment they see that motion, they'll either audible into something else or they'll make sure they're using that route. But even if it's just for one play in a game, this is just straight up money, in my opinion. This is one of my favorite formations in the game and one of my favorite plays in this formation, and hopefully you guys can see why, because it's just really, really powerful against cover 3. But anyway, that was number 3 on the list. Let's jump to number 2. All right, guys, so my number 2 play is going to be in the formation Gun Bunch, which is one of the most common formations in the game, and the play we're running is Bunch Trail, which has a couple different versions, but as long as you have your middle receiver of the bunch on a corner route, then this will work for you as a cover 3 beater. So let's call Bunch Trail, and let's call Random Cover 3, and what we're going to do is take our B receiver on the right side and put him on a fade, and by the way, always run this with your bunch to the wide side of the field. So our B receiver on a fade. Also make sure your B receiver is your fastest receiver. We're going to, let's block our running back. The X receiver, you just want to make sure he's not going towards the middle. You can either put him on a streak or put him on a comeback. I'll just put him on a comeback. But you want to make sure you're not going to push the safety over to the right side because we want the right side to be open for the cover 3 beater. We are going to put our tight end at A on a flat route, and we're going to smart route the RB receiver on the corner. So this is what the play is going to look like. And when we snap the ball, if you watch, our B receiver comes wide open. All you do is pass lead it to the right side. Something about the tight end on the flat and that smart routed corner, it just brings the coverage down so far on that right side, and B just becomes wide open. So let's keep running it. It's pretty ridiculous how open this gets. And it's out of Gun Bunch, which is, again, a super common formation. I feel like at least half the playbooks in the game probably have some version of the play Bunch Trail. So hopefully everyone or almost everyone watching this video can run this cover 3 beater. And it's just now right there, Valdez-Scantling was going way inside. I don't know if he got bumped or something, but that was a little funky. That's not usually what happens. So let's run through it a couple more times. But hopefully everyone can run this because it is such a great cover 3 beater. And unlike, you know, the play out of I form, your opponent won't necessarily expect it. You can run all your other normal Gun Bunch plays, and then if your opponent is sitting in cover 3 and maybe they stop you a couple plays in a row, now you can just throw in this cover 3 beater, and hopefully you'll have yourself a 1-play touchdown. But it really is one of the best cover 3 beaters that I've found in the game, which is why it's number 2 on the list. And with that, let's go ahead to number 1. All right, guys, we made it to number 1 on my list of the best cover 3 bombs in all of Madden 21. And this one might be a little bit of a curveball for you, because you may be expecting me to show you the best money play in the entire game. And that's not really the case. We're going to be looking at a concept, but I promise you that this concept is way more powerful than any particular play. So let's go into a random shotgun formation. Let's just do empty Y slot and just do stick for the play. We'll do random cover 3 coverage. And I don't even care what the far 2 routes on the right side are doing. We're going to put A on a streak just to occupy the safety, I guess. What matters is on the left side. On the left side, we're going to take our Y receiver and put him on a fade. Or we're going to take our X receiver and put him on a smoke screen. If you don't know, smoke screen as a hot route is going to be on the right trigger or R2 on your hot routes menu. Now you may be saying, what the heck is going on? Why are there no corner routes to bring down deep thirds? Why are there no post routes to get on top of deep thirds? And the answer is you don't need them. This is all you need to beat cover 3 in Madden 21. A fade and a smoke screen. And it's this easy because your guy is just going to run straight by the coverage. And that was actually cutting it kind of close. The only thing that slows this down is if the defender chucks you at the line. If you don't get chucked, it's honestly a free touchdown. So look right here. Look how ridiculous this is. Let's watch the replay. It happens because the deep third is having his attention drawn away by the smoke screen. So at the snap, the smoke screen comes down, and the deep third is saying, "Oh, let's guard this guy." And this guy off the snap is saying, "Okay, I'm going to guard this guy. He's coming into my zone." And then by the time they realize that this guy's going deep and that guy on the smoke screen is staying short, it's too late. They switch their assignments. The deep third is like, "Oh crap, I gotta get back and cover the guy going deep," and the other guy says, "Oh, I'll go cover the smoke screen." But it's way too late. It's kind of like taking advantage of what would usually be a man switch glitch, except it's like a zone switch glitch, basically. It just completely glitches out the zones. Now, again, the only time it doesn't work is if the wide receiver gets chucked at the line by the guy lined up in front of them. So right here, we did not get chucked, and as you can see, it's a free touchdown. Now, I did not lead it outside at all. That's on me. We had plenty of sideline on the left side to work with. Also, I've been forgetting to put A on a streak. That's just to kind of bring the safety over a little bit. But look, guys, it's so simple. Y on a fade, X on a smoke screen. Now, right there, he got chucked. It doesn't even matter because, we had a great separation. Anyway, we've got a really terrible rack animation there. Should have just been a touchdown, but that's okay. But guys, I can run this over and over again. Now, right there, we got chucked. That's the one case where it will slow you down. But I don't really know what triggers whether or not your receiver will get chucked. And by chucked, I mean he's kind of like hit as he goes by that defender. Right there, it's just wide open. The reason this is so powerful is that you can basically do this with any play in the game, out of any shotgun formation in the game, maybe even under center. I usually only see it done out of shotgun. Right there, we got chucked, but it looks like we have a step on him anyway. Yeah, we had a step on him anyway. You can do this out of any shotgun formation, and there's like almost no time before you pass the ball. Like, there's no way the pass rush is getting in there. Like, look how fast the ball comes out. Put A on the streak again. Look how fast the ball comes out. It's just like, unless he's literally sending like 8 people at you, you're gonna make that throw and it's gonna be a touchdown. And so it's nice having all these plays with motion and corner routes, getting over deep thirds bringing down deep thirds, and posts getting over deep thirds. But why bother with those when you can just do this? When you can just do this over and over again? A smoke screen and a fade. It's so simple. And again, I am doing a terrible job of pass leading these to the left. I'm just being really lazy about it, honestly. But yeah, guys, it's that simple. It's so much more powerful, in my opinion, than all those other plays where you have to specifically design it all just for the cover 3 beater, and you need to buy a ton of time behind the line of scrimmage for the route to develop. This is just like the most simple route combo ever. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to develop, and you can run it out of pretty much any gun formation you want. So I'm sorry if you're disappointed and you wanted a particular money play to be number 1 on this list, but I think this concept is so much better than any single play could be. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for you in this video. I hope you learned something. I hope that cover 3 does not ever stop you guys from moving the ball downfield again. Now, obviously, these are just cover 3 beaters. You should still practice moving the ball against cover 3 with route combos that are not one-play touchdowns. Like I mentioned before, that play curl combo. Very, very powerful. Having curls and hitches throughout the field will usually beat zones decently well. But that's for a different video if you guys ever want to see it. But anyway, guys, once again, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And in the comments below, let me know what your favorite cover 3 beaters are. Also, most of you already know this, but I stream 4 nights a week over at twitch.tv/SpruceGooseTV. We have a ton of fun over there. Every Wednesday night, I play only viewer games. So if you want to come play against me, come say hi. I'd love to hear from you. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for you in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.